Would I be the asshole for letting my little siblings go into foster care? I'm a 25-year-old woman and my fiance is 27. We live in a one-bedroom trailer. My mom is a recovering addict, but every few months she relapses for a few days. I have 2 younger siblings, 10-year-old twins, a boy and a girl, who live with her. Today they texted me saying, "Mom is being mean again," and that they haven't eaten anything all day. I'm at a complete loss. I've lost count of how many times this has happened. Normally, I go get them, argue with my mom until she sobers up, and then we repeat the cycle. My fiance and I are honestly over it. He more than I am. I think I could convince him to let them stay for the night. But what about tomorrow if she's still not sober? Everyone in my family expects me to take them permanently, but I can't. We live in a single-room trailer. I promised my fiance that the last time would be the last time I ever got involved in this cycle. That if it happened again, I would either call someone or contact the police. If I do, I know they'll probably end up in foster care because no one else in the family wants to take responsibility. But if I don't, who knows what could happen to them? I'm torn. I know how bad the foster care system can be, and honestly, I don't even know if I'd ever get to see them again. So, would I be the asshole if I called CPS or just stepped away completely? Which would be worse? Any advice would really help. Update. I've read a lot of comments and realized I wasn't very clear on some things. My fiance isn't thrilled about taking them, but he supports me if I choose to. When I said I promised him last time would be the last, I meant the cycle. Picking them up, waiting for mom to sober up, then returning them. I promised that next time I'd either tell someone else or call the police. I don't think he would leave me over this, even if it makes him uncomfortable. But I also don't want to drag him into something that would make him miserable. That's why his opinion matters so much to me. Also, some people thought my mom was an alcoholic. I get that, but she actually abuses prescription pain medication.
Before we jump into the update, if you're enjoying the story so far, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps YouTube recommend this content and helps the channel grow. Thanks for being here.
Latest update. Sorry for the delay. It's been a mess. Saturday, the day I posted this, I picked up the twins from my mom's place. We argued and she told me, "Just fucking take them if you want to take them." So I did. On Sunday, she only texted once to ask if I was bringing them back or taking them to school. I told her I'd take them to school myself. This morning, Monday, I went to her house to get them clean clothes before school. She still didn't look well, so I texted her that I'd also be picking them up afterward. While they were at school, I went to our local DCS office. They were no help. They gave me a hotline number and told me to make a report by phone. I asked how I could stay in contact or get updates from the caseworker, and all they said was, "Everything is confidential. It's up to the caseworker whether or not you'll be considered for visitation or placement." I also went to the nearest police station near my mom's house. They said her house was out of their jurisdiction, but gave me the right number. After I explained everything, the officer suggested I call 214 kids first, instead of sending police to the house. Honestly, that was probably the best advice. So I called, filed a report, and asked some questions. The person on the phone gave me clear answers, and they also took my name and number in case they need it later. I picked the kids up from school, but my mom wasn't happy about it. So that's where we are right now. Where we stand now. I know I don't have any legal rights over the twins. If my mom says bring them back, I legally have to do it. I'm hoping 214 kids does something soon, because if they don't, I may not be able to get the twins again tomorrow. I really appreciate everyone's comments, advice, and honesty. This hasn't been easy, but you all gave me the push I needed to finally report this. The opinions are mixed, as expected, but almost everyone agrees that leaving them with her is the worst option. That helped me realize that making a report was the right move. If the system decides I can be a safe home, I'll keep them. If not, I'll fight for visitation, something I didn't even know was possible. Sorry this update is long, messy, and kind of open-ended, but I'll keep posting as things move forward. Thank you all again for the support. It means everything.
A lot of people will say, "They're not your kids, it's not your problem." But my question for you is, how will you feel once your siblings are in foster care and you no longer have access to them? How will you cope if they end up separated or harmed in a foster home? The foster system is full of stories of children who have been sexually or physically abused. Could you live with yourself if that happened to your siblings, knowing you could have stepped in? I'm not trying to guilt you. This is a genuine question, because personally, that would destroy me.
You're 25. That's a heavy burden to carry. However, if you choose to take them in, you might be eligible for kinship foster care, which provides state funds to help cover their expenses. You may even be able to get a larger place using those funds to help support them properly.
If CPS takes the kids, hopefully they'll be placed together. That doesn't mean you'll lose access to them. The stated goal is always family reunification in foster care. Foster families get paid to care for children. You could be paid too. Kinship placements are usually considered first. That might allow you to create a more stable home. They're at risk with their mother. Having them removed might finally force her into rehab, since she'd have to work to get the twins back.
I don't know where you are, but if you're in the US, which I suspect you are, there's something called a guardian ad litem, GAL. That's an adult, sometimes a lawyer, sometimes a trained volunteer, whose only job is to represent the children and be their voice in court. They make sure the children are safe wherever they are. They're independent from CPS or either parents' lawyers, and they carry equal weight in court. You can request one. Source: I was a GAL for 5 years. Please don't leave them at the mercy of an addict. It's not your responsibility to do everything. Even trying to do something is enough.
Sometimes the hardest choices aren't about what we want. They're about what we know must be done. We weren't meant to carry the whole world, but when someone we love is in danger, we can't just look away. Protecting those without a voice, even when it hurts, is still an act of love. Thank you for staying until the end. If this story meant something to you, don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more real-life stories that make us think. Your support means everything. Take care, and thank you.